What is Aston Martin? A British car maker that is known as associated with luxury, style, grand touring, and speed cars. The company has become a British icon over multiple decades and has one of the longest histories in the British car industry, as Aston Martin was founded in motorsports by Lionel Martin in 1913. The company has a long history of being known for producing cars for both motorsports and customers like celebrities who want a car that shows their power, status, and wealth. They are also well known across the globe in the James Bond series of films since the 1960s. Aston Martin has an excellent racing heritage too, and even though it's known in the motorsports arena as more of an endurance racer, it has joined Formula One in the past. They were one of the first car makers in the world to attend the 24-hour Le Mans race in 1928. And took a step forward in success in the 1950s with their DBR-1 car and won Le Mans. During that time, Aston Martin decided to join Formula One for the 1959 and 1960 season, where they debuted the DBR4 and DBR5 using their own built engine and light chassis. Unfortunately, they were not successful in Formula One. Aston had high hopes of achieving great success, but did very poorly for 2 seasons and failed to score any points because their cars were not good enough and outclassed by its rivals Ferrari and Brabham. So they abandoned F1 entirely to focus on sports car racing, and then returned to F1 in 2021 after 60 years with Mercedes power plants. In the 1980s, Aston Martin joined the Group C racing series and built the sports prototype race car, the Aston AMR-One, which looked similar to the Mazda 787B and did racing until 1990. This was the last racing car built by Aston Martin for the 20th century, when the company was forced to drop out of motor racing due to the economic instability at the time, resulting in the next 15 years of no motor racing. This is where the new beginnings happen for Aston Martin, meaning that this video contains the full history of the rebirth of the Aston Martin racing team that we know today, and the whole evolution of their race cars from past to present. This is adjusted by the Ultimate G Money 2021 NASCAR dude from the comment section, and I want to say thanks for your patience with this. I hope you and everyone else enjoyed this documentary video, including Aston Martin fanatics. Aston Martin Racing is a British auto racing team founded in 2004 as a partnership between Aston Martin and the engineering group Prodrive. The coalition's goal was to return Aston Martin to sports car racing. Since 2005, Prodrive has helped Aston Martin set up itself as one of the leading car makers in global sports car racing by winning numerous Le Mans and World Sports Car Championship titles. Aston Martin plays an integral part in designing the race cars, as well as merging elements of the race cars back into their street cars. Prodrive had previously entered sports car racing with the Ferrari 550 GTS and raced the car from 2001 to 2004, winning several races in the FIA GT and American Le Mans series. Every Aston Martin race car since 2005 was built and operated by Prodrive at their factory. It all started with the Aston DBR9 race car, in which the DBR9 name was derived from the original 1959 Le Mans winning DBR1 car. It is based on a DB9 road car shell. The DBR9 shares the chassis, engine block, and 12-cylinder heads of the road car's V12 engine. The 6-liter all-aluminum naturally aspirated V12 develops 600 brake horsepower and 550 pound-feet of torque, made it to a 6-speed manual sequential stick gearbox and a maximum of 7,000 RPM redline. The DBR9's bodywork is a blend of optimum aero performance and constructed carbon fiber body panels to reduce the weight of the car. Prodrive made improvements to the DBR9 design due to new racing regulations over the years and has been successful. The factory team made its first racing debut at the 2005 12 Hours of Sebring in the American Le Mans series, competing in the Series GT1 class. They hoped to beat Corvette and their team, and they did. The DBR9 managed to take its first victory in its very first race on the first attempt, defeating the Corvette racing squad, but came third place in 24-hour Le Mans race behind the 1-2 victory Corvettes due to fuel issues. Since then, the DBR9 has proved the car brand a worthy return to sports car racing. In 2006, Aston Martin Racing entered the full American Le Mans Series season, and the DBR9 was even more outstanding by challenging Corvette Racing for victory, earning 5 victories including Petit Le Mans Road Atlanta. Despite not winning Sebring or Le Mans, they had the guts to almost beat Corvette by finishing second in the American Le Mans Series GT1 class title in 2006, earning the factory team an automatic entry to the 2007 24 Hour of Le Mans. Aston Martin was finally able to overcome their losses at Le Mans, with the DBR9 securing the GT1 class win and claiming 5th overall, finishing in rainy weather. They won Le Mans again in 2008 in the famous Gulf Racing colors, defeating the Corvette team's winning streak there twice. After that point, the DBR9 was last programmed by 2 customer teams in the FIA GT1 World Championship until the end of the GT1 era in 2011. In 2008, Prodrive ended the DBR9's racing program to begin their entry into the Le Mans prototype category with the Charroux Racing team for the following debut year with the Lola-Aston Martin DBR-One-2, built by Lola Cars and co-developed with Prodrive for use by Aston Martin Racing. First of all, the Lola DBR-One-2 is the first prototype to bear the Aston Martin name, and after 20 years of returning to prototype racing since the Group C AMR-One in 1989. The DBR-One-2 name refers to the initial DBR-1 car, an evolution of the Aston Martin Lola B0860 that raced in 2008. Both prototypes shared the same 6-liter V12 engine from the DBR9 GT1 car because the engine was still adequate at the time, but with larger air restrictors, allowing for an increase of 50 horsepower due to using a production-based engine. The engine was located in the middle of the car, and the sequential manual stick gearbox was replaced with pedal shifting. The V12 engine also produces 650 brake horsepower to the back wheels, mated to a 6-speed gearbox. The Lola-Aston carried over Gulf Oil Racing blue and orange colors livery from the DBR9. The aim was to emulate the achievements of the DBR1 and DBR9 race wins. It first raced in the 2009 European Le Mans Series at 1,000 kilometers of Catalonia and competed at the 24 Hour of Le Mans in the LMP1 category. However, the car got off to an unfortunate start and could have marked the 50th anniversary of his last outright win at Le Mans in 1959, but sadly never obtained a Le Mans win. The 007 car finished 4th place behind the factory entries of Peugeot and Audi, as well as being the highest finishing gas-fueled car. However, the Lola-Aston won the Le Mans Series overall that year. Aston Martin sent their Lolas to race in the American Le Mans Series for the first time at the 2010 12 Hour of Sebring and finished in 3rd place behind the 2 winning Peugeot 908s. Fast forward to 2011, they earned 4 wins at Long Beach, Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, Mid-Ohio, and Road America. Aston Martin Racing switched into their new car to replace the Lola DBR-One-2, the rebirth AMR-One, as an open cockpit style, powered by a downsized 2-liter turbocharged inline-6 and features a blade fin behind the cockpit. The car took part in several global endurance events in 2011, including the 24 Hours of Le Mans. Its first racing event and onwards took a downturn, and further problems continued as the car only competed for a handful of laps at Le Mans testing and retired during the actual Le Mans race. It never collected any wins or survived in races at all due to suffering mechanical failures. This could be traced back similar to what happened when Aston Martin joined F1 in the 1950s and was a failure, but this time with the Le Mans prototype car. Aston Martin Racing confirmed giving up to continue the AMR-One and instead focused once again on their GT program. In 2012, they planned to enter the new inaugural FIA World Endurance Championship that still present today, with the V8 Vantage GTE or GT2 taken over as a successor to the DBR9 GT1 after the GT1 era ended. The V8 Vantage GTE is based on a Street N400 Vantage and is designed to meet the Le Mans GTE GT2 class regulations for the WEC, including 24 Hours of Le Mans. Powered by a brutal sounding 4.5-liter naturally aspirated V8 generating 500 brake horsepower mated to a 6-speed sequential pedal shifting gearbox. The Vantage GTE campaigned its racing career for 5 years against its peers Ferrari, Porsche, and Corvette. Since 2012, the AMR team has been racing in the FIA WEC with the Vantage GTE, earning them several wins and titles. During the 2012 inaugural season with 8 rounds, the team finished runner-up in the LMGTE Pro Trophy, coming second place in its class in WEC. 2013 saw the celebration of Aston Martin's centenary, where the team entered 4 cars in the GTE Pro and GTE AM class for the full WEC season. The 2013 season started and finished with a bang, where Aston Martin proved dominant, with the Vantage GTE winning the GTE class title despite not winning 2012 or 2013 Le Mans. On the contrary, 2014 saw Aston Martin Racing secured a dominant class win after a tough 24-hour battle at Le Mans with the number 95 Golf liveried car after they last won Le Mans back-to-back in 2007-2008 with the DBR9. The car finished 2 laps ahead of its nearest rival in what was the largest class of the famous endurance race with 13 competitive GTE cars. 2015 saw another successful year for the team and celebrates their win in GTE AM class and took 3rd in GTE Pro at the WEC season finale. In 2016, Aston Martin Racing and Prodrive upgraded their range of Vantage racing cars. The Vantage GTE, Vantage GT3, and Vantage GT4 featured a range of enhancements to improve their performance and durability. The 2016 Vantage GTE has been not only redesigned to meet the new FIA and ACO GTE regulations at the time and has undergone testing balance of performance, but based on the street-going GT8 Vantage. The crucial changes allow for the car's aerodynamics to increase downforce and reduce lap times. The extended rear diffuser and the wing are the same distance, which protrudes 100mm beyond the back of the car. At the front, the splitter has been redesigned to improve airflow under the car to optimize the new rear diffuser. Aston Racing managed to take the crown in WEC and won the GT Drivers and GTE Pro Teams' championship and claimed 9 podiums in the 2016 World Endurance Championship season. Aston Martin Racing declared that 2017 will be the final year and to kiss goodbye, winning the V8 Vantage GTE in its final WEC season. So to celebrate and fulfill its retirement is by winning one of the most important endurance races and to make AMR's most memorable year of success for many decades to come. The 2017 Le Mans race for the Aston Martin team and the race itself had one of the best dramatic epic battles where in the final laps of the race it was Aston Martin versus Corvette, and neither of the cars and teams was very desperate to take the crown. The Vantage GTE surpassed the Corvette C7R while the Vette suffered a tire puncture before the final lap of the race, and Aston took the gold trophy at Le Mans in GTE Pro. Since 2007, Aston Martin Racing has won Le Mans 4 times up until that point. Through the years since 2012, the Vantage GTE has scored 12 GTE Pro class wins across 6 years of WEC, which in addition to its wins in GTE AM, multiple poles and podiums with at least 1 victory earned each season. This beast can be looked back on as a car that was remarkable in its longevity. Aside from its feats, this Vantage GTE is one of the last best-sounding Aston Martin race cars ever produced due to its naturally aspirated V8 rumble and technology. The factory team had worked on the new current AMR Vantage GTE, entering a new era for the 2018 through 22 WEC season to replace the most successful V8 Vantage GTE, which is derived from the new V8 Vantage street car. Based on the same lightweight aluminum chassis as the road-going Vantage, the car features a Mercedes AMG-derived 4-liter turbocharged V8 engine that makes 536 brake horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque. The overall shape and silhouette of the car were required to remain the same as the road car. The aerodynamics of the new AMR Vantage GTE applies the lessons learned from its predecessor. The AMR team competes in the GTE Pro and AM class and World Endurance Championship. Between 2018 and 2020, the new Vantage GTE earned 10 wins across 15 races, clinches the WEC manufacturer's title, and took victory once again at Le Mans in 2020, defeating the 2-year Porsche winning streak of bringing Aston Racing teams its 5th time winning Le Mans since 2007. After that point, in 2021 they shut down their GTE Pro career and their Vantage GTE Pro factory program to focus on their return to Formula 1, as well as their GTE AM program. But wait, we're not done yet. Aston Martin also raced the great-sounding V12 Vantage GT3, which was developed back in 2011 for the 2012 racing debut and competed for 6 years until it was replaced with the new V8 Vantage GT3 that is racing now. The V12 Vantage GT3 competed in numerous GT racing series around the world, including the Nürburgring VLN, British GT, Blancpain Endurance Series, Pirelli World Challenge, and ADAC GT Masters, etc., and won races. There was also a Vantage N24 GT4 with a 4.7-liter V8 engine raced by customer teams around the world as well, which eventually was replaced by the new Vantage GT4 based on the new Gen Vantage road car. Meanwhile, while the GTE category will cease to exist in WEC from 2023 onwards, it has been confirmed that Aston Martin Racing will join the new Le Mans Hypercar class in WEC with the Valkyrie Hypercar, likely in 2023. Who knows when the team will race Hypercar class, as the plans are pending. Aston Martin is looking very seriously at a return to the place where it has enjoyed more success than any other, Le Mans, since 1959, so we shall wait and see. Aston Martin Racing has won more than 50 races and counting since returning to motorsports in 2004, and the future is looking very bright for them in endurance racing. Farewell to the DBR9, Lola prototypes, the V8 Vantage GTEs, and hello Valkyrie Le Mans Hypercar, and return to Formula 1. So happily ever after, that's a wrap of the entire documentary history about the Aston Martin Racing team. I hope you guys really did sit back and relax and enjoy this epic video, and if you did, do not forget to click subscribe and hit the like button for some more upcoming videos. And like I say every single video, you are more than happy to give me any car suggestions in the comments down below. And I did not forget, now it's time to listen and enjoy the montage of car sounds of Aston Martin race cars that Prodrive developed. Make sure to adjust your headphone volume for headphone users, and enjoy. Peace out, stay safe, Chris the Radar, out.